Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And today is a brand new show on the channel anyway, and we're going to be covering the season 3 premiere of Succession. Now, if you've never seen Succession, it is probably the best show on television. The acting, the directing, cinematography, music, everything is absolutely on point. And the storyline, everything about it is so entertaining. So if you've never seen it, I really suggest you go and watch it, and you can follow along with the reaction videos. But if you've never been to my channel before and you enjoy Succession, or you enjoy any of the other TV shows that I'm going to be covering, then you should definitely hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed the 3rd season premiere, make sure to leave a big like on the video. I will be putting clips up on the screen, but they will be pretty short just because the YouTube copyright gods would love to strike me down where I stand. So we're literally picking up minutes, seconds after the 2nd season finale. Carolina's like, he's in the bathroom having a mental breakdown. Also, Carolina is my girl. She is my absolute crush from this show. I do love Shiv as well, but Carolina, absolutely #1 girl for this show. Kendall's like, I need a minute. So everybody flying back, being ordered back in to end the holiday. We need everyone at their battle stations.
Either New York or Geneva or
what a
London
choice.
or Singapore or LA.
I love the way Jerry's just like lists all the places, and it's not like she has absolutely no qualms about. She just knows. I mean, Jerry knows how to play the game. Frank's fired like every fucking episode.
You want to suck my dick?
Is what he said to his son as the sexual assault allegations poured in.
I love Roman. So Kendall is just like, yes, let's go, battle stations, we are doing this. And I'm sure like in the moment when he did what he did, like you're not thinking, you're just getting through that moment, and then now it's like all the implications, and that first domino tumbled, and now it's like all the other ones are going too. Carolina's like, Greg, shut the fuck up.
Lawsuits. I imagine.
Yeah, see, Carolina's like, these are all the things that are like now, happening, because Kendall like obviously has thought about the really big picture stuff that's happening, but Carolina's like in the detail and like all the minute stuff. Not minute, but like the details.
Yeah, violating your duty of confidentiality, violating your fiduciary duties as a director.
Look, I need a sealed unit here, Carolina. I need a clean jar, so this is a fork in your life, Carolina. This is the righteous vehicle.
That's like such a tough position for her, because Kendall, Roman, Shiv, they all have this. I mean, that's like the whole point of the show, that there are like no consequences to their actions because they have so much money and so much power and prestige and all this stuff. Whereas someone like Carolina, like, this is her job, her livelihood, her career. If Kendall loses or whatever happens, and she would lose her job if she sides with Kendall, and it ends up being very bad for whomever does side with Kendall, then Carolina, like, she may never be able to get a job like that again. Like, she may never be able to work in PR or field, or that could be her life ruined, because people always, like, she's on a really large salary, and we don't know tons about Carolina, but if she's on that sort of money, like, people, as their net worth increases or like their salary increases, their spending also increases. And even just living in New York and living like a nice lifestyle, she's not got millions in the bank, so she really has to think about like her career, her livelihood and everything, and she would have way more consequences to her action and being with Kendall than like Kendall would, because Kendall, no matter what happens, is always gonna have the fortune, the money, the power, and he could just literally go and be like Connor and sit on a private island and be fine, whereas Carolina like still has to go out and like live in the world and work in the world.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Poor Carolina's literally being pushed out on the street. Pushed out on the street into like a pack of reporters.
Why? Thinking.
Is he toast?
Really?
Yeah,
See, I did, when the second season finale happened, I did wonder if Shiv was in on it, like with Kendall and even Greg's there. So Roman, I never thought that he would be in it all with like Kendall and stuff, but Shiv, I definitely thought that. And I mean, I'll talk more about this in a bit, but I definitely think that it's lining everything up. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious, so I'm sure a lot of people think this, that Shiv is going to be on Kendall's side.
Yeah, I am thinking that maybe I should be thinking.
They're like obviously trying to work out, oh, is it stupid to side with Logan, because if he's toast, like they're, they need to look out for, well, they're always looking out for themselves.
Did you know?
What's that?
Did you know he was going to do that? I was wondering.
Well, obviously
I mean, like, I don't think any of them did know, unless Shiv is like some amazing actress and like, well, we do know they're all great manipulators, but yeah, I don't think any of them knew. But the question is, does Logan believe that they didn't know?
Going to grind up your bones to make his bread.
Garage your bones.
Logan? Yeah, he says in that case he's going to...
It's Jess's delivery too. But Jess is like ride or die. I've seen like tons of PA relationships like this in the sort of world that I work in, and it's absolutely true. Like, if you have a good PA like this, like people really look after them too, because they know all your secrets, they know everything about you, and they are the biggest asset to some of the some billionaires that I've worked with. Like, their PA literally like controls their life, and like they work very much like hand in glove, these people who are like massive, powerful figures would literally be lost without their PA. And I know some people who like they have done so right by their PA, like it's paid off for them.
He's kind of laughing, but
Not nice laughing.
ATN anointy nointy the raisin for a second term.
I love the way they call like the president the raisin.
What happened if Logan called the AG?
Get the raisin. I love how they call him the raisin. That's so funny.
Kuwait, Lebanon, Maldives, Morocco, Qatar, Saudi
All these
Arabia,
places
Vatican.
don't have US extradition treaties, because I know a lot about those, because I used to work for a billionaire who literally was on the FBI's most wanted list for over a decade, for quite a while.
no, I imagine that none of them have an extradition treaty with the U.S.
Yeah, Shiv knows. So Logan, Frank, Hugo, Carl, they're all going to Sarajevo, and Tom is also going with Logan, and then Shiv, Jerry, and Roman are going back to New York to kind of manage the situation. And then Kendall has gone to his ex-wife's Rava's house. I kind of understand why he's gone to Rava's, because even though he probably has all like these properties and things like that, like hundreds of them across New York, they're probably either tenanted or a lot of them are probably like being redone, like the ones last season that he got in like Greg's building, and you know, they won't have like furniture and all that stuff in them. So, and also like obviously the press aren't gonna think that you're gonna go to your ex-wife's house when like all this is going down, so it's a good idea to like keep the press out of the way too. But one thing that always happens when Rava is on the scene is that shit goes down, and there's always something bad that happens either with Rava or the kids or Kendall or something. So I'm sure something will end up happening there. Oh, and Connor, Connor, of course, like an afterthought. And after Willa basically was like, Logan, you want to stroke Connor's ego here for me so that I don't have to hear about it later? And yeah, Connor and Willa are just like holding down the fort.
I'll step back.
He'll step back, but it's like step back and stand in the shadows and control everything. Okay, cool. I'm sure that's what it'll be.
You see, in operational matters, I'll
There you
expect
go.
Informal MPO.
They're all like, shit.
It's nameplates.
Yeah, nameplates, because he's going to still be controlling everything and putting on the show, you know? So he doesn't care who his like puppet is, basically.
Now, I'd like a kid, obviously.
He wants one of his kids, obviously. I mean, we all know this, because they will be easily controlled by him. Same with Jerry.
So, Shiv or Roman, but we'd love a woman. So Shiv or Jerry, but I'd like experience. So Roman or Jerry.
So basically it has to be Jerry, because he's saying he wants a woman and he wants experience, and Shiv is a woman and Roman has experience. So I think that's the decision made. So Kendall's meeting with like a PR, like media company, and you know, saying he wants like the BoJack Horseman people to like make his tweets cool. So yeah, there's like lots of that stuff going on. So I do think this is kind of smart of Kendall, that he's hiring obviously very like capable and qualified people, but also very capable and qualified women. And I mean, it makes sense, because basically what Waystar is being accused of is like treating women like shit and no real person involved. So I do think this is a smart decision on his part. So Tom was kind of stabbing Shiv in the back and being like, I like Roman, I like Jerry, I basically like everyone that's not Shiv, because Tom is obviously like resentful of Shiv because of like the CEO thing, because of her asking to have an open marriage on their wedding night. And like last season he did say like he's really unhappy most of the time when he's with her. So I also think that Tom is probably thinking, I don't want her to be the CEO, because that, you know, all her time, energy, everything will go into that. And he is, you know, quite a self-driven, selfish person, that like he wants Shiv's like power and the family and everything that comes with it. But I think if he had the choice, like he would rather him be, you know, the CEO or whatever, and Shiv literally be like his wife, and that's it. He knows that she's like his ticket into being this like rich person and powerful person, but he also like resents her for it in a way, I think anyway. So Roman's asked to speak to Logan.
I can do it. I want it, and I think I can do it.
And I think he's thinking here like, yes, this is what I want. I want you to fight for it. I want you to ask for it, to take it.
I think it should be me, but if you don't think I'm
if
ready,
it's not me, give it to Jerry. Which Logan is gonna fucking hate. He's gonna be like, you're weak. Roman literally right now is just like ruining his chances, because Logan will see this as a weakness and see this as, you should never be advocating for someone else, because you should be so hellbent on you getting it, taking this, like you know, you should only be advocating for yourself. And so he will see this as a total, like, he will not like this.
Roman's out.
Told you. Roman's out. Because he's just like, nope, that's weak. That's weak.
He's out.
Decision made. So, Shiv or Jerry, but it's going to be Jerry. Okay, so Shiv has gone to this hotshot lawyer that they've been all talking about. Like, Kendall's been wanting her and Logan's been wanting her, Lisa, and Shiv is like a friend of hers. So it seems as though Lisa's basically said without saying that Kendall has hired her.
Does that mean what I think it
Oh,
means?
Lisa might be my...
Yeah, you know what? I would just say
Maybe Lisa is my new crush.
careful who you hitch your
'Cause
wagon
I
to,
think she's
honey,
gonna be
because a
in
lot
most
of
of the
wagons are
season.
going in the ditch.
Right. Thanks.
Okay, so Logan's on the phone. Okay, I definitely, yeah, it has to be Jerry. It has to. Because he knows he has all the... Yeah.
It's me. Are you kidding?
So now it's Jerry, and Shiv is going to be pissed beyond belief that it's Jerry. So I definitely think Shiv is going to move over to Kendall's side now. And it'll be, like, obviously Roman's going to stick with Jerry and Logan because, you know, it's I think this is yeah. So it looks as though Lisa's decision is made. I don't know. She looks pretty happy about being there. And I mean, that's a pretty good pitch. This is going to be the case of the century and the highlight of your career. So I think Lisa's decision is made.
All these brilliant fucking
All
women,
these
Greg.
brilliant fucking women.
I mean,
I must be doing something right.
That's what I was saying before. Like, I think that they're setting this up so that it's just like Kendall and all these badass women and Greg against Logan and the old, rich, white, straight men.
huh?
Logan's
Fine.
like, fuck,
Fine. We'll fucking beast them.
I'll fucking beast him.
We'll go full fucking beast.
Oh, God. So that was the 3rd season premiere of Succession. I absolutely love the show. I cannot wait to see more. And although like it is great to binge shows, I do kind of love that they release this episodically weekly because it's just like it gets you more excited and then you kind of have time to like digest and think about it in between. So I know that for the like promotion and stuff, they were using this poster. I'm gonna put one iteration of it up, and there's like multiple ones where, you know, depending on what's going on, like Kendall's on one side, Logan's on the other, and most of the posters are like different people on different sides. So I mean, we all know that this season's basically going to be like Kendall versus Logan, and I do think that we're going to see Shiv kind of cross over to Kendall's side because of the whole like everything that happened in this episode. And I'm sure it's going to be Roman, Jerry, Logan. Kind of interested to see where Tom falls on all of this. I think he'll maybe stick with Logan, but you never know because he, you know, and Shiv. And I think Greg obviously will stay with Kendall as well. Obviously, this episode was the premiere, and a lot of it was, you know, the aftermath of what happened and getting everybody back and like squared away. So I think there's going to be a lot more to come, a lot more to talk about. And I hope that you guys will come back next week to see episode 2. And I am covering a lot of other shows on the channel, so make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any content. And if you want to follow me over on social media, that's a good place to keep up to date with everything. And I also have Patreon, merch store. All the information is linked in the description box down below. And I hope that you guys will enjoy next week's episode, and I'll see you then. So as always, make sure to take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.